Hey guys, it's been a while, and admittedly, this is now how I wanted my comeback to be. But sometimes life is just lifing, and we still gotta show up. Not gonna lie, I am mid crash out. Yes, I am. Um, but I'm learning that sometimes you have to, go through it, work through it, write through it, whatever. So here we are. Here's my update. Um, I wanted it to be so much cooler than this, but this is what I got. All right. Sometimes it's not gonna be hot and sexy. It's just gonna be. And right now we're just being. Let me get my laptop for y'all, cause this is a channel where we're supposed to be writing. Can't tell you that we're always doing that, but that's the goal here. So my laptop is here. Sorry for the glare. My laptop is here so I can update you on how the story is going. Also, my drink. You will never guess what this is. You would never guess. I would wait for you guys to guess, but you're never gonna get it. So I'll just tell you, it's a papaya smoothie. Fresh. She's delicious. I love her. So I hope you have a hot and sexy drink with you. But in the meantime, I've never introduced myself. I just realized that. Sorry. Hi. My name is Kara, and this is my channel, Kara on Paper. I haven't been here in forever, so if this is your first impression of me, I apologize in advance. Go back and watch some other videos. Yeah, the energy was a little bit better in those. But anyway, I'm writing a fantasy. Yeah, sorry, I had to think through that. I'm reading a fantasy called Seaside Princess, and yeah, it's got romance. It's supposed to be a subplot of romance. Sea creature magic. It's got some sister vibes. That's about all you're getting from me right now. Like I said, I'm in the trenches. So, if this is your first impression of me, I apologize. I promise you, I'm usually more fun than this. Anyway, so for the girlies who are here for the update, let me give it to you. So we're looking at currently, it's the manuscript first draft is 85,018 for my word count. Thank you very much. We worked hard to be here. Out of 100,000, and this is finally Act 3. I'm one chapter into Act 3. I'm 343 words into that single chapter into Act 3. I am an overwriter. We're still in the first draft. It's because I had grad school. I haven't worked on this for a hot minute because of grad school. And now I'm taking a break. So I have a lot of time to write. I'm also like in the trenches of this writing. If you ask me, today is January 6th. I would love to be done with this book by the end of this month. It's a little bit unrealistic just because of how busy I am, and also because my mind is in a million places right now, and the book won't write itself, unfortunately. So I have no idea when I'm going to finish this. If I finish it in February, I'd be really happy because I want to print it as a like you know how they print scripts, like the spiral binding? I want to print it like that. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but I would just like to go through and read it. Is this first draft beautiful? No. Did we expect her to be? No. Because I started this forever ago and I couldn't tell you what was in here. Also, I have changed so much. I have changed so many things. Hold on, I'm gonna look at my Notion because I have a gorgeous, gorgeous Notion for this. Let's see here. Yeah, so I have this section where basically my Notion where I'm like, these are the things I want to change for the next draft. And when I tell you I've been cooking, it's been cooking. However, I have to finish the first draft before I move on to the second draft. That's just how 1 to 2 to 3. That's how things work. So we're struggling. We're really struggling. But yeah, so I guess those are updates for the story. So I'm really close to the end. I'm like 15k away, so I cannot wait for it to end. I actually just picked up the camera because I was like, bro, I need to finish the story. And I just couldn't find it inside of myself to just write. I tried. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't write today. I just like looked over it. I had other work to do. Yesterday I wrote the ideas that I had for the new draft, but yeah. Also, shout out to all my writer besties on YouTube who have been finishing their drafts. I'm so proud of them. Write with Joy and Amelia's writing, and she's not a friend, she's not a bestie yet, but I love her work. Brielle writes. All three of them have finished their drafts, and I'm so proud of them. For Amelia, it was the first one. For Joy, it was a second one, and for Brielle, I think it was a third one, which is so exciting and so nice to see. So hopefully I can join them soon. But yeah, for other updates, you're currently on the books that I'm reading and that I've read. So I'd love to show them to you, but I'll just have to pop up images because I literally have you propped up on inside books. But I finished The Wrong Kind of Falling by Whitney Amazin. I think that's how you say her name. I really liked it. It's a contemporary romance, but for me, it was like a sweet treat, if you will. And I read it pretty fast. But I was really happy. It's a signed copy, and I got it at this romance bookstore that I visited recently, and I loved that bookstore. It was so cute. I'm also reading Dance of Thieves by, I think it's Mary E. Pearson. I think that's her name. I have both the first book and the second book. It's a duology, and it's pretty good. It started out kind of slow, but yeah, it's not bad. It is 500 pages, but it's pretty good. I like it. And then on my Kobo, my girl right here, I'm also reading, hold on, Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. I don't know. I had a thing going on during like school this past semester where I read the first book of this because the best way to procrastinate is by reading, apparently. So I read the first book and I really liked it. So then I picked up the second book. The second book's okay, or maybe this is a third book. I don't know, but it's okay. It's 30. I'm 36% of the way through it, and it's fine. We're reading. I made a new account on Fable, and I will attach my handle on screen so you guys can follow me if you'd like. But it's just because I've had my Goodreads forever, like since I was 13 maybe, and I was really tired of her and all the books I wanted to read. Like, that TBR is massive. It's 300 plus books, and I don't think I'm gonna get through it anytime soon. So I made a new account on Fable, and I feel fresh. I feel renewed. I'm a new woman. And I was very specific about the books I put on there. I'm really tired of reading romance right now. I've been wanting to read like literary fiction and just some more classics and stuff like that. The only issue is that my headspace is swimming. So I'm gonna ease my way into it. I've also looked on Libby to see which of the books I can find on there. That way I can maybe speed up the process and speed up comprehension by listening to them at the same time. So those are some of my goals. I'll probably talk about like what book specifically later. I also wanted to talk to you guys about my journaling ecosystem. It's changed a little bit, so those are things to look forward to. I hope I talk about them in this video. If not, I'll talk about them in another video. But the true reason I'm talking to you right now is so that we can write. So that's what we're gonna go do. I'm like super obsessed and proud of all my girlies on here who have finished their books. Also, I think my guys out there, LDJ writes, I think. I'll put his handle up here. He also finished his draft, which I'm so proud of him. So I'm trying to join y'all. I am trying so hard to join y'all, okay? So here we are, trying, okay? Y'all better clap for me. Y'all better be mad proud of me because I am trudging. I am trudging through the mud right now. Before I go, I'll tell you what's happening. I was able to finally finish writing some like scenes that I knew I wanted to write forever ago, and those are really interesting. I don't know if they're giving what I wanted them to give, what I had imagined. Have no clue. At this point, we are just pushing through to finish the book. Is she good? Nobody cares. Um, so yeah, I'm about to like I need to write like this much, and then we're gonna finally have like this final battle or whatever. And a lot of things go down during this final battle. It's like heart wrenching, and I guess I'm supposed to write a lot about fighting and stuff like that. I don't know. Um, Honestly, I just want to be done. I just want to be done. Like, third act, we're almost there. Third act's supposed to be shortest act. Like, get me out of here. So, those are the goals. I hope we reach them. Don't ask me about word count for today. Like, how far am I going to get? What's my word goal? I don't have those. I'm just trying to show up, see my fingers, put words down, have that happen. That's the goal, guys. So, wish me luck. Also, don't you like love the setup? It's giving sleepover besties. Um, maybe, maybe I'll do another check-in when I've actually written words. If you don't see me, then I hope you're doing great. If you do, I'm proud of myself. Hey, so this is an update video. I let me think. I think the last clip you guys probably saw was from 2 days ago. I didn't film yesterday, because I had like a really hard time writing yesterday. And then I texted Hannah Grace Fletcher, which if you're not following her, what are you doing? Um, yeah, I texted her and I was like, "Hey, I'm ready to like write again together whenever you want to," because I had been like really busy and stuff. And she was like, "Yeah, totally." Um, and so we wrote together yesterday, and she was like, "I feel like you should try zero drafting." And usually I'm not a fan of zero drafting. Um, Usually I'm like, no, I need to write it. I need to write it properly. Even if the prose aren't great, I love description. I love like writing through things. So I was trying to like write through act three, which I knew once I hit act three, there wasn't much more to go. But yeah, so I was like, let's try it. Let's try this. This zero drafting business. And my form of zero drafting, I think, is a little different. Like, I will just write blocks and blocks of text, without trying to like give like who's doing what. And I don't do as much of blocking in terms of like character movement. But it's like definitely bare bones. Usually, I like to write as properly as I can, even if I'm not obsessed with the prose, but it can read like a book somehow. But yeah, so I tried that yesterday and I wrote 3,330 words. And now I'm one chapter away from the end of the book. Don't ask me how that happened. I wrote late into the night. I wrote until like 2 a.m. or something. But I almost wrote the last chapter yesterday, but I was like, no, I'll let it have its moment. Also, I don't know if I have any more words in me after writing till 2 a.m. But shout out to our girl Hannah. Thank you so much for your service, ma'am. You saved the book. And now it's not going to take me as long as I thought it would. I thought this was going to be like some long vlog, but apparently here we are. So, my goal for today, it is currently 1:40, and my goal is to finish writing um the last chapter. I wrote like a few words for it today, nothing serious. Hold on. Let's see. I have Okay, so our word count is currently at 88,975. Um the goal is 100,000. I don't think we're going to hit 100,000. Technically, I would have if I had written out like everything perfectly, but it's a first draft. I have to make peace with that. We're also getting to the end. The other reason why writing this had been hard for me is because I was like, wait, so much is changing. Like, I already know that the second draft is going to look totally different. It's going to be a rewrite. And there's so much that I will change that I'm not super sure how close to this the ending will be. Like, if it's going to be the same or not. Some big things I think yes, but some other things I'm not super sure. So I'm like, let's write it for completion's sake because I want this to be a finished draft. So, goal is if I can finish writing this chapter today, I can also print it out today. I'm gonna wow, I can't speak. I'm going to go to the library and print it out and then get it bound. So that's exciting. Finally. I really didn't expect to be like off of YouTube for like what, 6+ months and then come back and be like, hey, finish my draft. Even though I was really busy, I finished it in like a month. That's crazy. I'm going to pack my bag and head out. I'm going to try to write the rest of it at the library, then print it at the library. I looked at what it roughly should be. Like if I printed it, it would be about 330 pages or something like that. It's roughly like 200 to 300 pages. Crazy, but amazing. It'll be my first completed draft. I have printed my draft before, not this stuff that I did like back in high school. Was not complete, was not great, but I wrote it for NaNoWriMo. But this is going to be the first time that it's like a complete draft and I have it like bound. I'm so excited for that. So yeah, I will try to go over there at the library, finish it, print it, get it bound today. That's going to be super exciting. And I hope you guys will see it in this video. So I'm excited. All right. I'll catch you in my next update when I'm hopefully done writing. So, I want to try something new today. I'm outside because your girl had to touch some grass finally. I just came from church and I got a package and I was so excited to open it with y'all, do a little unboxing. That didn't change. So, OOTD. I got the skirt in Japan. This is from my mom. My sister got me this cute bow. That's the Energy Bros. And then some heels. Yeah. All right. Anyway, getting on to the matter at hand. Let's open up my packages. They're from Thrift Books. This is not sponsored. If Thrift Books would ever like to sponsor me, yes, please. I'm gonna put my mic right there. That's not cute, but it is what it is. Anyway, yes, so I got some books from Thrift Books. Let's open them together. So basically, I'm gonna start a new project soon. Like I told you guys, I'm just like, just not drafting it, just kind of plotting it in a way. But the thing is, the plot is completely different. After I explain some things about these books, then I will pop up the mood board, because I finally made a mood board for it, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it like I promised. So the first book here is this Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God, a classic. I love when, I don't know if you can see that. I love when it's like that, like, oh, this is so pretty. Oh, and it has that cute photo of her. Oh, so cute. It's a 75th anniversary celebrating a classic. This is the next book. I will show it to you in just a second because I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, and I love this cover. I got Jazz by Toni Morrison, a classic. She's a classic woman. I'm so excited to read this, and I love this cover. Okay, so for my two classics, these are the two. The girlies who know. So I'm super excited to read these, and these are going to be like a little bit of inspo for my next project at the Crowing. This book, Meander, Spiral, Explode, is a craft book. And so I found this craft book when I was looking for different plot devices, different ways to navigate a plot, because Save the Cat, love that. Super useful when you're first starting out. It makes writing super approachable, and also it's generic, but it's generic, it's cliche because it works. We've seen it time and time again, and it works. You start here, you get your climax, you get your resolution, beautiful. And so that really worked for my fantasy project, Seaside Princess. But this next project at the Crowing, I'm gonna pop up the mood board up, and the differences between that, like this at the Crowing and Seaside Princess, the vibes are so different. I love it. But also the plot is different, sure, but I didn't even know where to start with the plot. Like, first of all, I am not a pantser. However, I couldn't even pants this if I tried. This story is very crazy. It's very different. So I needed a different setup for my plot. So that's why I purchased Meander, Spiral, Explode. I wanted to figure something out, figure something different. And that's also why I picked up these two books, Jazz by Toni Morrison and Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, because I wanted to see different kinds of plots, different kinds of writing. I don't know if there are any fans of Studio Ghibli, but I love a lot of Studio Ghibli movies where nothing happens, but something happens. I love that vibe. And I'm not saying that that's what this next project is. I hope the wind isn't bothering you guys. I'm not saying that that's what this next project is, but it's very different. It's not this. It has a completely different vibe to it. And so I was super excited to get this book and try to figure out how my story, this new story that I'm working on, could use a different plot. And also just because love Save the Cat, but enough Save the Cat. Like, let's try something else. Let's try something different. And there are a lot of stories that use this kind of Meander, Spiral, Explode. Toni Morrison being one of the authors that uses that kind of technique. And that's why I want to see her work and explore it and kind of come to terms and understand what she did and how it worked for her. So yeah, that's one update. The other update is that I never got to come on here and talk to you guys about the fact that I did finish Seaside Princess Draft 1. I don't know if my camera's gonna die, but I'm just gonna yap for a little bit. I finished it at 90,200 words. So my goal was 100K or roughly 100K, whatever. But like, I just hit shy of like 90, yeah, 90,000, 90,200. And I I zero drafted the end because I was talking to Hannah Grace Fletcher. I think I mentioned this in another clip. And she was like, you should zero draft if you're stuck. And I was like, you're big brained. I should just listen to you. So I zero drafted the end. And it helped me get through it because I love prose and I want to write it beautifully, but it's like, Miss Girl, it's a first draft. It just has to exist. You don't have to be so fancy and ridiculous about it. Just write the thing. So zero drafting it really helped free me and just to write. So I was happy I was able to do that. And the thing is, I finished that, I believe it was like on the 9th of January, and I don't start up until February 9th because I need to give myself a break, kind of get my brain off of it. And since that time, my brain has been running. She's like a mill factory, bro. She has been coming up with stuff for the story, and the plot has changed. The plot is completely different. The lover's energy is different. It is a fantasy with a romance subplot. I say that seriously because I'm not trying to write a romantasy. I love romantasy, sure, but romantasy's been doing her thing these days. So I'm really trying to write a fantasy with a romance subplot, heavy on the subplot. I hope it can give that. It's also slow burn, so a lot of things had to change. So right now, the lovers are childhood friends to lovers, which I'm actually really excited about because that has helped me get to know my main character better. When I sent my book in for edits, and I did it before I had finished the book, I had passed the midpoint though, but I wanted to just get some edits, just have someone look at it, really. One of the things I said was, I have no idea who my main character is, and like I just didn't understand her vibe, who she was inherently. And the person, when they sent it back, they were like, yeah, neither do I. I can tell you don't know who she is because as a reader, I don't know who she is either. So making them childhood friends to lovers inadvertently helped me kind of understand who she was as a child and who she is now, how she grew into the new person. And also, her sister has become a bigger part of the plot. She was part of the plot, but she was kind of like a character instead of a B character. But now she's A and B, so it's really interesting. So the story has shifted and it's become more so, it was before, but it's become more so of a sibling sister plot, which I'm excited for. So yeah. And I'm gonna pop up the mood board for Seaside Princess since you guys haven't seen it in a while, and just so you can like see the sheer differences between my two projects. It's so funny. I love versatility. I love duality. I love a woman with duality. But wow, we're doing very different things. Seaside Princess is a fantasy. As the name suggests, it's very ocean, seaside core. There is no true villain in it. It's got a romance subplot. It is high fantasy, while At the Crowing is literary fiction. It's dark academia. It's like it deals a lot with grief, and it deals a lot with it has magical realism in it, and it's like the tragic artist. So it's very different because both of them do deal with grief, but it's in different realms. And Seaside Princess deals a lot with forgiveness as well, and that sister vibe. So anyway, that was my update. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I need to update you guys on? I love these leaves that are falling down. I'm so happy my camera didn't die while I gave you guys this update. So yeah, I am excited to read through this Meander Spiral Explode and see how much I can give you guys, like share with you guys about it. Yeah, just because like the premise was really interesting to me, because it's the beginning part, the meander is just kind of like, we don't know what's going on. It's kind of boring. It's like the nothing happens. It's just going around and trying to see what we find. And then the spiraling is you keep going in like a circle, but as you keep going, it gets like deeper and deeper and deeper until the plot explodes. And I feel like that really fits at The Crowing compared to Seaside Princess, which worked perfectly with Save the Cat. So I guess the point of this clip is that if you feel like your story doesn't work with Save the Cat, ditch it. However, you can look for a different way to plot things. There isn't one way to plot it, contrary to popular belief that Save the Cat, movies, books all have one way. But I was really excited to find this by Jane Allison because I wanted to figure something else out. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. I hope you enjoyed the outside with me. Yeah, I'm excited to catch up back with you guys later. Hi, besties. So, I think I'd like to do this little series, not as like a singular video, but as like a little section in my videos every once in a while, a little sleepover series in the middle, like a little sleepover bit. It is currently 11:59. Yes, ma'am. So these are the vibes right now. I took a shower. I have my favorite jammies on. This is a set. I have a candle in the back. It's a candy cane candle. So cute. You can't see it, but you have to believe me. And I have some tea. Hold on. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? She's beautiful. She's also pink. I love that. This is my birthday mug. I got that this month. And then this tea is actually, I don't know if anyone's seen Ponyo. So one thing about me, Studio Ghibli movie lover. And Ponyo, one of my favorites, I think Ponyo, My Neighbor Totoro, and Kiki's Delivery Service, those three, low-key know them by heart because I watch them like whenever I'm doing anything. It's time to clean the room, let's watch that. I have to shave, that takes forever, let's watch that in the background. I love it. So anyway, am I focused? Yes. Okay. Anyway, this is the not focusing. I'm just trying to talk about tea, y'all. This is the tea, like the milk honey tea that Ponyo gets to drink, that Sasuke's mom makes for them, and I don't know, I just really wanted to have some. If you want a little recipe, I'll post it on the screen. And I found it off Pinterest. It's been on my like Pinterest forever, but I was like, tonight needs to be a cozy night, so we're gonna have it. So that's what we did. I was working on a post to post on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, yeah. We're trying to be cute with it. I was on Canva messing around. I have time, so I want to try to post on there a little bit more. But what this sleepover session is actually about is writing. Even though I'm on a writing hiatus technically, you wouldn't believe how much I've been wanting to like get back into the story. I never did show you the manuscript. Well, I think I could show you now. Sleepovers are the time for secrets and a good chat, so why not just show you guys now? She's right here, by the way. This is her in all her glory. Look at her. Oh, the glare is delectable. Yikes. Anyway, this is her. She's a beauty. She's a beauty. She's thick. 9,200 words. Yee. And hold on. I don't have enough hands. I need to be an octopus. Give me a second. Ugh, is she dirty? Not the front page being dirty. Who got on you? But anyway, it is approximately, wow, I'm making a mess on my computer. Approximately 226 pages. Lovely. Anyway, I'm putting that away before I'm tempted to look at it because I said I would be good. I won't be looking at it until February 9th because I finished it on January 9th. I will have a clip at some point, I think, that will be talking all about that. But for now, my besties who saw this clip got to see the secret manuscript. Yay. Anyway, so I was working on Canva for a new post. She's cute. I finish it tomorrow. But like I said, I should be writing, and I haven't talked about this yet, but I have been writing a short story. So it's my first time in a while writing a short story, not gonna lie. The last time I wrote a short story was, this is embarrassing, in middle school. I remember what it was about too. So it was about, oh yeah, we were in the dystopian era. It was the dystopian time. You're Divergent, you're Hunger Games, you're at the selection series. Hold on. What was the one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look it up, where she was like, there was a red one, a blue one, and a green one, and she was like in a glass thing and she had to break out. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. Matched. I think I did read all of this. Yes, so we had our Matched, we had our selection series, we had Cinder, the whole Lunar Chronicles. Wow, I'm looking like at a thing. Like it has like all of them. Maze Runners. Anyway, the point of this tangent is that we had, oh, Legend, yes. Mary Lou carried. I think people slept on her, but she carried. Anyway, yeah, we had such good content back in the day, and that inspired my short story at the time. I really couldn't tell you what the premise was. All I know is that, one, my English teacher at the time, loved her, still love her. She was my best friend's mom at the time. She told me that my characters always had interesting names, and I prided myself on that, okay? That was lovely. Her name was like London with a Y. It was interesting at the time, beats me. Anyway, and the short story was about her waking up and breaking out of this place. She didn't know where she was, but she just had to break out of it. And it ended with her being out in the open world and seeing what was to come. This is giving Shatter Me, the first book. Mind you, I had not read Shatter Me. I didn't read Shatter Me until like 3 years ago. So anyway, haven't written a short story in a while. And also you can tell that we are in very different worlds, very different mental realms right now, because that story was very dystopian, very like last minute. She has to break it out. She's gotta live, she's gotta save herself. The short story I'm writing now, I'm also filming this clip, so I actually do it. I don't need to be on the internet doing nonsense, on Instagram doing nonsense. I need to write the short story in between my break to cultivate and hone my writing skills, if you will. The short story is called The Woman in the Bookshop. We're currently at 1,601 words, and short stories are roughly like 1,000 to 7,000 apparently. So I have some more space. I will let you know. I'm an overwriter through and through. I tell you way more than you need to know. I love describing things, yeah. So there could be stuff in here that doesn't need to be in here, whatever. the general premise of this, I have like, I'm looking at the Scrivener page right now, and I have it all written in one page, and then I have like on the inspector, I have the main story written up and then some notes real quick. And basically the main story, which came to me in a dream, thank you Jesus, it's a Hallmark type vibe, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's because I'm healing, I was burnt out, and this is what came of that. So basically it's about a woman who, I don't know how old she is. Well, anyway, she's 25 or older. All right, we'll go with that. She's probably like 30, low-key. Anyway, so this woman, supposedly 30, she works as a marine biologist. I figured that out while I was writing. I didn't know that. But yeah, she has some corporate girly STEM job and loves it, and it didn't do what it needed to do for her. She's not reaching the goal that she set out for herself. She's been there for 4 years, and a blip happened, like a thing that was not great happened that let her know, hey, I'm a failure, and she's reeling from that, and she's really upset about it. So what does she believe she has to do? Go home and reconnect with her roots. She is really well aware of how dumb that sounds, but she literally is burnt out. Her mom has Alzheimer's, and she's got 3 siblings back at home. So adult siblings that take care of her, and her mom has a bookshop. She's just gonna go home, okay? She's just going home so that she can like recuperate and just feel better about her life right now. Honestly, she's blaming herself about things that aren't her fault. It's just some bad cards sent her way. But what ends up happening is she goes home. She lives in Chicago. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry. She lives in Chicago. She works in Chicago, and her family's in Bayfield, Wisconsin. So yeah, she goes home, and it actually turns out that, so her mother has a bookshop. They've known that it's kind of a family business thing. A lot of her siblings stayed home to work there and be at home. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, I don't know why that is. But yeah, so they're there, and she gets home and she finds that the bookshop is not doing well at all, and her mother, that was on the early cusps of Alzheimer, is declining a bit, and her siblings are taking turns taking care of her, and the bookshop has since been, falling apart because that they've been taking care of their mom, and they didn't want to let their eldest sister know that because they didn't want to like shame her for not living back at home and doing her corporate girly STEM job things. So they didn't tell her anything, but she gets home and sees the devastation and is like, y'all, why didn't you say anything? This is crazy. So in true Hallmark fashion, she decides to quit her job. Crazy for such a dedicated woman, but like, she's in crisis mode right now, burnt out, feeling like a failure. What else can you do? She's fully aware that this is dumb, but she's like, you know what? We're gonna do it. So she takes over the bookstore. Do I know what happens after that? No. Do I think I know? Kind of. What I want to happen is nothing. For real. I want a story, like I want to write a story where it literally just talks, like I've written the point up until she's come up with the idea that she's gonna leave. And honestly, once the bookstore is in her possession, like she's there working, I want it to be like super mundane. I want to just write, she was at the bookstore, and all the cool things she does at the bookstore, and the people she meets in the small town, and the cute small town. That's it. I know that's a Hallmark kind of thing to do, but that's the kind of story I need right now. I do not need high stakes. I need peace. I need mundane. I need doing less. Less is more right now. Because when I'm done, I'm gonna be diving headfirst into Seaside Princess, and she's a doozy, she's a thickie. I just told you she's 90,200 words. And it's something. It's something for sure. But I've been making a lot of progress. Like, I think I'll explain this later, maybe. But the other night I did the 4-corner opposition, like, what do you call it? 4-corner oppositions exercise. That's the word. And you know who really helped with this? Jen. I will post her a little like clip of her video, not clip, a little like, I'll show her video, that's the point, on the screen. You should definitely watch that. I loved it. I had saved it. I had seen it while I was drafting and I was like, this could be useful. So I saved it and I watched it back finally 2 days ago, and I like really got down and was able to get into the nitty-gritty. And I have 2 things, 2 separate things that I needed, like 2 big themes. It was duty. It was duty and what's the other one? I cannot recall it. Maybe that's a sign that I gotta gatekeep. Anyway, my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna stop rambling and get to work.